Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only P-Dog Night.
All right, microphone's on. I'm ready to go. Looks like the whole thing's set up right, too. A good day. Happy day after Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas and happy Black Friday, which is my day, right? Something like that. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as P-Dog Night on the internet. Welcome back to the P-Dog Night channel. On this Friday, the 29th of November 2024, and it is Q&A Friday. So here, let me put this Friday Q&A thing up here. Friday Q&A. Ask me anything, and anything it certainly often is. So there we go. The Friday Q&A link is up there on the top of the chat. And, oh wait, I don't want top chat. I want that on Q&A, and I want this one on live chat. There we go. Anyway, hi. So, I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Those of you who celebrate that holiday in the US of A, and if you don't, well, that's cool. I mean, it's interesting because I found out when I met my family from Nigeria that a lot of Nigerians celebrate Thanksgiving the same day Americans do, just because a lot of them go back and forth, and they started doing the tradition. And my uncle actually raised turkeys, which was kind of wild. And so they'd kill a turkey and eat it on Thanksgiving. You know, they do all the cooking and stuff too, but they just pulled that tradition over to my parents, my father's village over there. And I thought that was pretty cool. And as for me, well, I spent the whole day cooking yesterday. Not the whole day, the whole morning. That's why I didn't do a show. I forgot to tell you I was going to do a show on Thanksgiving. Probably do a makeup show tomorrow, though. But, yeah, I was up at 5:30 a.m. because we were having people over at 1 o'clock. And so we did some stuff Wednesday night. I did the sweet potatoes, and I did the collard greens Wednesday night because, collard greens, it's great. They're better the next day anyway. And then we did, what else? And just some stuff. I don't know. But I got up early, got the bird in the oven because I slow cooked my bird. And then just all the other things, mashed potatoes, and what else do we make? I make a corn casserole every year. My wife does these huge, appetizer charcuterie boards. We were having, 10, 12 people over. And it was a success. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. It was just nice. We watched football, and had our nice Thanksgiving meal. But what I discovered is, so my family, I realized my family was coming over, and the morning night is oddly specific to my time zone. Okay, there you go. Welcome, Squizzles. Squizzlies? How do you say that? Squizzlies? Am I saying that right? That's a new name I've never seen before. Welcome to the show. And so, anyway, let me finish this up. It was up cooking all morning, and I put a Thanksgiving message out on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. And we had a great time. But then I realized, my son-in-law was going to make, because he had to work. He's a cancer ward RN, right? And so but we weren't expecting to see him at all. But then he and my daughter and the babies showed up, and I was like, oh, cool, we get to see you, Jess. But then I realized, all the people we invited for Thanksgiving, it was because Jess had to leave work before we ate, so we just made up a go plate for him to take with him. And I realized it was me and 10 women, 10 females, because the babies aren't women yet, but they're going to be. It was me and all girls. I'm like, oh, well, this is cool. It was, grandma was there, and the adopted grandma, and her friend was there, and my latest friends, and I was like, oh, I'm the only dude here. And I did all the cooking. Well, not all of it. The Lady Boomer put out a really good charcuterie board and a lot of appetizer stuff. But anyway, we chowed. It was great. I have tons of leftovers. Mac and cheese. That's the other thing. I was gonna I need to do a thing about mac and cheese, because there's a lot of people talking about mac and cheese yesterday on Thanksgiving. Because I make kind of a gourmet kind of mac and cheese. You make a roux. And then you season that real good with garlic powder and onion powder and pepper, salt. Not too much salt, but and a little Worcestershire and a little hot pepper, cayenne pepper, whatever. Then you add milk to it and you stir that up, and then I grate my own cheese. I never buy shredded cheese, by the way. If you're gonna, you never buy shredded cheese. Get yourself a cheese grater, shred your own cheese, because pre-shredded cheese has this stuff on it that preserves it longer, but it doesn't melt very well. So you have to actually buy block cheese and shred that yourself. And you add the cheese slowly until you got a real nice cheese sauce. And I cooked 2 pounds of pasta for this, and I always do this every year. I make too much of everything. Now, part of it is we like to send it home with people. We like to make sure everyone takes some leftovers home. So we did a 20-pound bird Tuesday. My wife made soup out of it Wednesday. Oh, that was the other thing. She made soup out of that. And then we did a 20-pound bird on Thanksgiving Day. So we have so much turkey left over, even though we gave a lot of it away. And then, what was I saying? Oh, the mac and cheese. Oh, so anyway, back to the mac and cheese. Then you take that, pasta, you put it in the cheese sauce, you stir that around, and then you take more shredded cheese and you layer the already cheesy macaroni with shredded cheese, a little layer of that, then a layer of pasta, layer shredded cheese, layer pasta, layer shredded cheese, and then shredded cheese on top. And then you just set that aside. We put it out in the garage because it's like 30 degrees in our garage because it's so cold here. We use our garage as an extra refrigerator. And then Thanksgiving morning, put that bad boy in the oven until that top part gets just a little crusty golden brown. Oh, love me some really good gourmet mac and cheese. My mouth's watering. And by the way, I did that. See this picture here, this right here. Yeah, I did have a piece of apple pie for breakfast. I wasn't hungry, but I saw that apple pie on the counter. I'm like, I gotta have a piece of apple pie. So anyway, we ate like kings, and very grateful to be able to do that, and so much for that. So anyway, happy day after Thanksgiving, and by the way, today the cup of the day for the coffee. That's what I do. I collect rocks and I know things, and it's a lovely cup of coffee. So anyway, let's get into the show. We're gonna say hi to everybody, and then move on. If you haven't shared the show, please do that. And if you would like to sponsor the show, it is $5 Friday. We kind of ask everyone to try to drop a 5 somewhere along the line. So $5 Friday if you can. If you can't, that's cool too. PDogNight.live is the best place to do it. I think Johnny Boomer Tech's been putting up the right links lately, so that should be right. It's not in the link in there yet, but PDogNight.live will get you there. All right, let's say hi and get this damn thing started. First in the chat today, Mr. Avocado Diablo gets the bell, but I wait, hold up, stop. Quiet. Quiet. All of you. 80, I'm curious. You put in the chat, when you entered the chat this morning, you wrote morning, and then you wrote ha, as though you were the first person in the chat. Now you weren't. It was still me. I think, unless I'm seeing things wrong. So everyone who's here, if you happen to see the chat, who was here first? I thought it was me, because it's my show. In fact, I click that button and I have the good morning ready. That good morning, boom, and I'm usually the first one. But I give you credit for being the first to chat of people who are not me, because of course I'm going to be the first person to chat if I'm the one who starts the show. I know when I'm going to start it. But you were this razor close to be the second person in the chat, and which is the first person besides me, and who the person who gets the bell. So regardless, you just got 2 bells. I hope you feel good about yourself. I really do. Okay. Also, good morning to Mike Savage, Blarg. Kara Soldiers in the house. Jaeger Pony, my favorite Canadian, is here. Good morning also to my other favorite Canadian, Unacceptable Views. Good morning, Don Julio, Commandment. I always do that. Commandant of Trash. Good morning also to Lord Stanhope. I was going to say Novar Sarau, a.k.a. Ravon Harris. What's up? Tyre. Alexander. The Scourge. Good morning. Also, good morning too. As I scroll down slowly, there is also Squizzles. I don't know who that is, but I'm glad you're here. If you're subscribed, you probably are because you got here so fast. Thank you for joining the show today. I appreciate it. Also, good morning, Green Badger Outdoors, Midnight in Exile, here early, and I can start the show. I feel so much better. Now the show can actually start. Midnight in Exile is in the chat. Also, GDSOB, good morning. Nomads in the house. Hammer time. Also, good morning to anybody else? That looks like kind of it. Hey, like I said, do me a favor, share the stream. I haven't. Did I even pin that to the top? I did not. Did I? Here. If you haven't shared the stream, here you can. If you're on X, the app formerly known as Twitter, just drop a big "Let's go" as a comment. You don't even have to say. You don't have to share. You don't have to read a post. Just comment on that post saying "Let's go." And today's "Let's go" for me is I went off the rails on a crazy train. I did my own little "Let's go." So there you go. That's. I don't know why I do that, but anyway, it seemed like an appropriate one today after Thanksgiving and reading some of the tweets about people being pissed off about Thanksgiving yesterday. But other people have done the "Let's go." For example, Green Badger Outdoors did one. Here it is. Off we go. Poor old dude walking his dog. That's a funny meme. Thank you, Dark Horse Rising, for dropping the show. What else? They're dropping the tweet about the show. Mike Savage, and thank you with the "Let's go." So there you go. Thanks everyone who's please share the stream. It helps everyone to do that. Okay, helps for everyone to do that. All right. Did anyone else show up while I was babbling there? Okay. Oh, squizzles is the easier way to explain. I'm an Aussie, and that's what we do to words. Squizzles. Okay. Hey, I'm cool with that. And nice to have another Aussie in the chat. I appreciate it. Now, my question is, Squizzles, because I do have a few Aussies who watch this show. And I haven't asked this to all of them, but I'm curious because I know it's really, really like early in the morning there or something like that, like just barely past midnight. Are you just coming back from the bar? We used to have one guy that came here. He was an Aussie, And it always seems like he had just come back to the bar because he had no filter whatsoever. And usually told us that he was drunk. So I'm just curious, did you happen to come from the bar? Also, good morning, Johnny Hellcat, the original viewer of the Morning Night Live, the very first person to ever click on the link to this show and end up in the chat. So welcome back, Johnny Hellcat. You know how much I love you, brother. All right, let's get into the show. Let's get into some news. First, Gunfox gave me an article on, today's Friday. It was Wednesday, and I didn't get to it because he said for the next show or something like that. So a lot of people talking about Trump's tariffs. So before I get into the trending topics, let's do Gunfox's article just so I can get this one on the books and be solid. Did I just freeze up there for a second? That was weird. Anyway, so this is from, this is the one that I didn't read. This is the one I didn't read on Friday. And I had to chuckle at the headline because it's from the BBC. Not necessarily that kind of BBC, but when the headline says, "It's gonna be hard," I think I get concerned. Anyway, it's going to be hard. U.S. firms race to get ahead of Trump's tariffs. This is from the British Broadcasting Corporation. When handbags designer Cheryl Mosey learned that roughly 2,700 purses and backpacks she had ordered from her Chinese manufacturing partner would not make it on to ship this autumn, she was initially content to wait. Then Donald Trump was reelected U.S. president. And so she's like, I'm like, okay, we've got to bring those in. Miss Mosey, founder of Minky Blue, a small business space in Philadelphia. Her firm is one of the many thousands across the country preparing for the potential impact of Trump's promises to impose stiff new tariffs on all goods coming into the country. In the words of Beavis and Butthead, I don't know which one is which, but anyway, he said stiff. Anyway, those efforts gained urgency this week as Trump said he would take action on his first day in office. He aimed the measures a kind of border tax at China, Mexico, and Canada, America's top 3 trade partners. Writing on social media, Trump said he planned to impose a 25% levy on goods from Canada and Mexico and an additional 10% tariff above any additional tariffs on imports from China. The Post followed his campaign pledge to impose across-the-board tariffs of at least 10% on all imports coming into the U.S. and 60% or more of the goods come from China. Many which already face deep duties left over from actions taken during his first term as president. Wait a minute. If tariffs were so bad, why didn't Joe Biden and the Biden administration remove those tariffs? I thought they were the worst thing ever and would cause inflation. And he didn't fix that? Oh my gosh. Anyway, some experts said that Trump's policies may ultimately prove less aggressive than promised, and that his statement should be understood as opening salvos in bigger negotiations of migration and drug policy. But regardless how policy shakes out, the threats are already having economic consequences as firms like Minky Blue start to stockpile, shift supply chains, rework contracts, and take other steps to guard against the possible impact. So they've got a bunch of articles they've listed here. Chris Catton, or Catlater, whatever, managing director of global strategy and analytics at warehouse giant Prologis, I've never heard of Prologis, said his firm has already seen an uptick in activity on the margin as businesses respond to possible tariffs by looking for space to stock up. Oh, warehouse giant. I gotcha. There's economic impact whether it's bluster or not, said economist Wendy Edelberg, director of the Hamilton Project and a senior fellow at the Brookings Institution. In the days after the election, footwear giant Steve Madden told investors that it was moving forward with plans to shift manufacturing outside of China with the aim of cutting its imports from the country in over half the next year. Well, is that the strategy here? Is that the strategy here, to have maybe some more economic friendly countries doing more manufacturing? I know there's been a big shift in manufacturing to India because of this. And honestly, if you're talking about Canada and Mexico, like a lot of American companies moved their manufacturing to Canada and Mexico to get cheaper labor. Well, would it force them to bring some of their jobs back to the United States? It's interesting, because I think this is a big ploy by Trump, more negotiating than anything else. Especially with Mexico. I know their talks have been about the border problem, which Mexico's already seems to be starting to do something about that now that Trump's the new president. But I don't know. I think this is all art of the deal stuff with Donald Trump, and it seems like that's been the case, during his first term. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, tool and hardware maker Stanley Black & Decker also said it initiated conversations with its customers about price hikes tied to the tariffs. Executives at retail giants such as Walmart have discussed similar plans. Even if Trump policy remained just talk, Ms. Edelberg said the public could see higher prices as well as possible shortages of some items, as hoarding left some firms scrambling. Just the simple fact that firms were unsure about what was going to happen and was also likely to reduce economic growth in the months ahead, she added. Even if firms don't think that these tariffs are going to happen with 100% certainty, it's not zero, so they should be responding, she said. So, how long is this article? Holy shit. Look, I'm fairly confident this is, some of it's going to happen. Okay, I'm guaranteed. And the idea that it's funny, because when the people who bitch about this the most, I watch people in the left, oh, you don't understand what tariffs do, right? And every time they say this, and even especially before the election, Trump is proposing tariffs. Well, what was Kamala Harris proposing? She is proposing raising corporate taxes. So if you're saying that tariffs are going to cause things to be, the price of goods to go up, which I'm sure they will a little bit, wouldn't also raising corporate taxes within the United States cause prices to go up? It's like they all bitch about that, but you wanted to raise corporate taxes because you wanted corporations to pay their fair share. Well, what is their fair share? So you're for raising corporate taxes for American companies, but you're not wanting to raise corporate taxes for foreign companies that ship shit here. So there's a little disconnect on both sides a little bit as far as I'm concerned. But at least, the companies that benefit from our generous spending among the consumership of the United States, now granted, you say, you're passing on the cost to the consumer. Well, yeah, you would if you were raising corporate taxes too. So anyway, if Tyre says if tariffs were bad, why did the Biden administration keep Trump's tariffs in place? That's my question. So anyway, thank you, GunFox61. If you happen to watch the replay of this, you'll see that I did do the article. Real quick, good morning, Anan, 1, 2, 3. And also, good morning, Reaccion Puerto Rico. And Jay Pylon, what's up, Jay? Nice to see you again, my friend Jay Pylon. Good to see you. All right, let's so that's the article GunFox gave me. If you want to read it on your own, I drop every article, every link, everything I do on this show into a single link at the end of the show, drop in the chat and into the description of this video. So if you really want to find that, you will be able to do that. Let me check my notifications here because I'm not keeping up. What the hell is this? Oh, I see it. It did. And this should be here. This should be home. A couple more people have tweeted out the show. Thank you to Reaccion Puerto Rico and Dark Horse Rising for retweeting the show. Also, Reaccion Puerto Rico's got a let's go with, who's this dude? What's his name? Is this Jelly Roll? Is this like, because he got more tattoos since this picture and he shaved some of his head off. But, so let's go. I love it. Thank you, Reaccion Puerto Rico. I don't know. I love singing that. I don't know why. All right. Trending topics today, Black Friday. And I don't mean me and the brothers. Although some people, it's funny because some people don't realize. Oh, Darren Root's in the house. What's up? Hi, Darren. I see you there. Some people don't understand that, yes, I am officially a brother, but, you know, I'm light-skinned, you know what I mean? I'm light-skinned, so people are like, oh, oh, that is Jelly Roll. I couldn't name a Jelly Roll song or rap or whatever the hell he does. I know he's kind of country adjacent or oriented or something. He was because he showed up on the game yesterday. The what was it Dallas and Dallas and the Giants, like two shitty teams. He was the halftime show at the Thanksgiving Day game or with some country, you know, some little hottie country chick, and then he showed up and sang some song with it, and then he went away. So anyway, wait, who died this year? What are you talking about? No, he didn't die, did he? No, I'm not sure about that. Hello, Rick Ashbringer and Big Dave are in the house. All right. So anyway, it's Black Friday, and it's trending on X because, of course, it is. I'm trying not to scroll too fast. I don't even know what I'm going to get if I scroll too fast. And they, you know, on X, sometimes you say Black Friday, and you might get a bunch of black penises and shit. I don't want to show that, but anyway, oh my God, Ed Lattimore, who is a brother, said the original Black Friday. Oh, no, he didn't. They call it Black Friday because everything is 3/5 off. Oh, snap. Ed, you're lucky you're black, brother, because if a white person made that joke, that'd be, whoo, shit. Anyway, let's see. The Vigilant Fox has a Black Friday thread. It said the fastest way to crush your enemy is to hit them where it hurts their wallets this Christmas. Don't give a dime to giant corporations working against you. Instead, shop Black Friday deals from companies you can feel good about doing business with. And apparently there's a thread for this. So let's see what he got here. Some of this, full disclosure, some of these, not all of these deals help support me, Vigilant News, or its sponsors. Oh, he's putting the sponsor links on there. Good Ranchers, what do? Works with over 100 family farms in America to bring transparently good meat. Now, if I don't want transparent meat, I want fully opaque meat. Anyway, and seafood to your table. Okay, I know what they meant. There's some other, he put a bunch of lists. I'll do a separate list. I'm not going to read all this. He's got like 20 pages of this crap. But if you want to, let's see, if you want to support good American companies that, you know, don't do bullshit like, you know, trying to get your kids transition and shit, I'll put a link separate to that thread. You can check it out. Other things in this thread and Black Friday. There was one I scrolled down. I'm like, I got to show this one. Where is it? That's not that one. Felicia Killings, rebuilding families, strengthening marriages, and fostering quality parenting. She has an organization that does that in the black community, and I support Felicia Killings. Even though she has a shady past, she's cleaned up her act and has been doing good things for people down in her state of Georgia. Roseanne Barr want to know how to defeat MK Ultra mind control? That's right, the ganja. What? Treat yourself this Black Friday with a real diet smoke Acapulco Gold gummy is perfectly uplifting, delicious, and 20% off your entire order. And use my code Roseanne at checkout. So this explains a lot about Roseanne Barr for me. She's got them Acapulco Gold gummies. I'm putting a link to that too. This is funny as hell. Oh my God. So you can get some gummies, and I have no idea what happened there. That's funny to me. Anyway, that's enough about Black Friday. You know what's going on. There's people crashing stores at 6 a.m. and whatever. I've never in the chat, just answer me this question, yes or no. Have you ever waited in line to get in a store early in the morning on Black Friday? Just yes or no in the chat. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. if you've ever done that. I have never, ever done that. First of all, it's annoying. I don't, crowds, people. Here's my idea of Christmas shopping, and I used to do this, especially when I was bartending, because I never worked on Mondays. The best time to shop during the month of December is within the first 3 weeks on a Monday at 10 a.m. On Mondays at 10 a.m. because nobody goes to the stores on Mondays on 10 a.m. And I loved it when I was a bartender. I would do all my Christmas shopping on those days. There would not be crowd. The malls were really thin. On Mondays, they wouldn't get busy till like 2 in the afternoon. It was perfect. And now we don't really Christmas shop because we don't really exchange gifts in our family. We do like one gift that everyone brings to our party, and we should just split them up or something. But except for the kids, we do buy gifts for the kids. Like my wife was crazy about Christmas. She'd buy gifts for everybody. We just finally said, you know what, we can't afford this. Let's just buy gifts for the kids, and that's all. Everyone agreed, and we're like, oh, whew, thank God. All right. Okay, enough about Black Friday. Also trending, Cyber Monday, because, that's coming up after the end of this weekend. Oh, and the thread did not work. Let's try this again. Here we go, Cyber Monday. I'm just putting the links. There is supposedly deals that you get, but apparently Amazon workers plan a global strike between Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Amazon workers in over 20 countries, including the U.S., the U.K., and Germany, are staging strikes to demand better pay, working conditions, and complete accountability. The protests are part of the Make Amazon Pay movement, will disrupt operations in major cities worldwide. Organizers criticize Amazon's labor practices and environmental impact, while the company defends its policies, citing competitive pay and benefits. So here's a video. Let's see what this says here. Let's just watch this quick video on this. Maybe.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
You're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate
that.
I've been in the business 36 years, and
Really appreciate that.
I'll tell you now. Boeing, Northrop Grumman, United Technologies. I worked for all three for more than 10 years. It's the best company I ever worked for.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to tell me that.
I will. This will be my last job.
All right.
I don't have to look anymore anywhere.
Thank you.
You know what, though?
So nice.
Okay, this is just stupid. I understand the sentiment. Oh, the time he spent there and what this guy's getting paid. That guy's just telling him that he loves working for Amazon, right? And they're criticizing Amazon here. And they're saying, oh, what Bezos makes it for that time, whatever. Bezos started the company. Bezos is the guy who is the reason all these people have jobs. The idea that you're going to try to compare what Bezos makes to what someone working in one of the fulfillment centers make is just, that's a stupid comparison. And when they put his amount there, that's not what he's making in salary. That's just what the value of the company is. And he built this company that has this huge value. It's not like, like I always make the Scrooge McDuck reference because it's not like he's Scrooge McDuck where he has the giant vault that he's swimming in gold coin, right? Although his company is like gold coin. If he sold parts of his company, it would be like gold coin, obviously. But that's not his income. It's just his net worth. And they always try to compare someone's net worth to what someone, the low-lying guy sorting boxes makes an hour. That's a dumb comparison. Good morning, Now What Studios. My friend Wu from high school, my dear friend. So anyway, it's annoying just when they try to do this. Yeah, of course Bezos makes more. Bezos is a guy who owns 80,000 fulfillment centers around the world. Yes, he makes money. And you know what? If you took his salary and divided it amongst everyone who works for him, they might make an extra $1 a day. So, I don't know.
What a sweet thing to say.
That's all. And now I'll slip him the 20 on the way out.
I know.
I didn't realize Bezos was in such good shape, though. Look at him. He looked like he's in good shape, don't he? He just gets up and works out every day and doesn't do anything because it's just he doesn't have to work anymore, does he? He doesn't do anything.
I didn't even tip him. I mean, that's.
So anyway, but that I don't know why you'd put that up there. If people like working there. Does the worker have a union? That's what someone's asking. To my knowledge, only one building has a union. However, a strike is said to be supported by many different unions. Well, of course, many different unions are. Oh, to be fair, this is Blue Origin, not Amazon. The point stands over. Oh, that's why he's at Blue Origin, the rocket-based company, whatever. Which I don't know what they're even doing with Blue Origin. But anyway, so anyway, they're planning that on Cyber Monday. Let's see. Hey, screener headed into Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Okay, whatever. Remember, and here's someone says, remember, don't buy any tech today on Black Friday. Wait for Cyber Monday. I know some of the Black Friday deals look good, but trust you might get a better price on Monday. So anyway, whatever. Enough about that. Moving on. Also we have a special day. It is Native American Heritage Day. Now this is interesting because I know that people were talking about making that on Thanksgiving Day. I always thought that was kind of. I know you're trying to be mad because Thanksgiving and what happened to the Native American blah 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 blah, but Thanksgiving isn't about Native Americans versus the people who came here. Thanksgiving is just about giving thanks and what you're blessed with. So apparently they've moved Native American Heritage Day to the next day, which is today. And great. Everyone has their special Heritage Day, right? But I love what the U.S. Marines put up here. Today, as we celebrate Native American Heritage Day, we honor the legacy and contribution of the Navajo code talkers who helped secure Allied victory during World War II by utilizing their unwritten native language as an unbreakable code. So very cool message from the U.S. Marines. I'm sorry about the music, but I'm going to leave it in. And these guys, if you've never, by the way, I think the movie is called Code Talkers. That kind of gives you the synopsis. Granted, it's a Hollywood version of it, but still, these guys were very important to the Allied forces in World War II because they still haven't broken their code. So, Corporal Peter McDonald. A lot of these guys are still alive too. That's wild. Corporal Thomas H. Begay, he's still alive. I'm gonna turn that down for me. These guys all got to be in their 90s, or at least, 1928. Yeah, they're in their 90s. But these guys, that guy's over 100 years old. And thank you, United States Marine Corps, for recognizing those gentlemen. Just such a great story. The United States Department of Education, Office of Indian Education, helps Native American students like the ones we met in Oneida Nation schools on our Back to the School bus tour. We learn about the native languages, history, and traditions. That's interesting. Director of Field Operations, Francis Russo. I don't know what that is, but did you know that the National Museum of the American Indian is located in the historic Alexander Hamilton U.S. Custom House? A glimpse into the vast historic and cultural contributions of Native American heritage can be found at One Bowling Green in New York City. So lots of people honoring Native American Heritage Day. Also today, we remember George Harrison, the former Beatle, who passed 23 years ago today. Yeah, 23 years ago today. George Harrison left this earth better than he found it. Well, I don't know. Well, I suppose if you consider some of his music, yeah. His last words were, "Everything else can wait, but the search for God cannot wait, and love one another." Wow, I did not know those were his last words. For his music, humor, and kind spirit, we thank and remember him every day, but especially today. Great songwriter, part of the Beatles, one of the probably most prolific groups, especially in early rock and roll history. but still have a lot of impact today with a lot of music they wrote. Moving on, also, Thanksgiving is still trending, and so I'm going to leave the thread in here. Lots of people putting up what they ate, and I actually posted something that I made. In fact, let me see if I can find that real quick. Hang on a second. Let me tell you something. I was in the middle of cooking when I took a couple pictures and put them on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. And oh yeah, here it is. Here's my Thanksgiving Day message that I put out, and I'm gonna read it just because I'm like that. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, no matter who you are, what you think you are, or even who you voted for. I'm also grateful to share my incredibly rare, minuscule amount of time on this tiny speck in the universe at the same time as you. It's a miracle that we're even here at the same time. I hope you realize how blessed you are to even be. And you take at least one pause today to realize how special it is to even have one moment of happiness on this earth. God bless, believe it or not. And thank you for sharing time with me, even if we have never met. Now I'm going to start layering this mac and cheese. So there I was in the middle of the process of making mac and cheese, and I stopped and took a picture and wrote out this tweet on X. And I think, there's what it looked like at the end. Now, I didn't let it get as brown as I normally like it to get. The corners of this brown, but I have a second pan that got a little more brown on top. Whew, it was good. It was really good. So anyway, all right. But yeah, Thanksgiving was trending, and that's what a lot of people did, put pictures of their food up. Also, Merry Christmas is trending. Now, you'd think maybe it's a little early to start talking about Merry Christmas. Okay, I got to be careful. What? Have a Merry Christmas? Trucker fever? Trucker friend? I don't know what that is. Why? Now, I don't even know what's going on here. This is someone putting a... Here, I'm going to... Okay, so this is somebody driving their Tesla with a very decorated Tesla. Actually, I just put this on here for Avocados Diablo. I don't even know if she's that cute. I can't even tell. Anyway, but then there's this. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Someone put Merry Christmas and then posted this. I can't say that I understand, but is this some kind of festival somewhere that they do every year? It's a little bit disturbing. I don't know why it's on there. So I let's see what this says here. No, it just says Merry Christmas, sincerely, Norway. So this is some Norwegian shit that they do every year. Krampus? Oh, is that what it is? Is that what it is? Wait, non-melanated baked mac. No, it's... Okay, I see what you're saying. Anyway, so yeah, this is whatever Krampus is. Yeah. Yeah, that's that. So that makes me think about Christmas. It's a Krampus parade. Okay, I'm going to look that up. I guess I knew that. But anyway, then someone here says Trump isn't even president, and yet he's getting godless liberals to say Merry Christmas, winning. So they put this picture up. I'm not even sure why. All right. So anyway, the Christmas season is upon us for those who celebrate Christmas, and even for those who don't, because even if you don't celebrate Christmas, I will say Merry Christmas, showing you the joy of our season, just as though I would, when someone tells me happy whatever their holiday is, I'm like, well, thank you. Here's the thing you do. If someone does that, says something about their holiday, their season of joy, all they're doing is sharing their joy with you. There's no reason to get offended by it. Even if I don't celebrate, Hanukkah or Eid or whatever, if someone gives me an Eid or Hanukkah or whatever, or the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, if someone gives me a greeting from their religion, I'm like, well, thank you, because they're sharing their joy with you. So, and even if you don't, even if you're an atheist, if someone says Merry Christmas, just smile and say thank you. So there you go. Good morning, Amazing Disgrace and Tyler F. Okay. All right. Other things trending. What else we got? Oh my gosh, I'm way out. Barron Trump is trending, and I haven't quite figured out why. Now there was this video of the. This is Elon Musk with Barron Trump and Donald Trump, and they're at Mar-a-Lago celebrating Thanksgiving, and of course, what happens? But. So it seems I'm beginning to wonder, because every Donald Trump event, the song YMCA plays, right? And I don't mean this in any disparaging way to anybody, but I'm beginning to wonder, is Donald Trump gay? It's his favorite song. I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't know. I mean, I know he's not, but you know, why is the song YMCA associated with Donald Trump? I know because of this dance, you know, but I don't know. So anyway, this is their Thanksgiving celebration at Mar-a-Lago. But someone also put something about some Democratic strategist, Democratic mega donor John Morgan, who I have no idea, says Barron Trump is smarter than everyone in the Harris campaign. So here's Mr. Morgan on Kayleigh McEnany's show or something like that over the week, or I might have been on Thanksgiving for all I know. Here's him talking about that.
Well, my reaction is, you know, she thinks she's Obama. She goes to Hawaii because Obama goes to Hawaii.
Remember,
start talking like Obama.
Remember, this is a Democratic mega donor. This is not a Republican. This is not anybody who's a Trump adjacent person.
Obama. She is not Barack Obama. She has no talent. She can never run for president again. She ran once and got 0 delegates. She got 8% of California. I begged them not to put her up. She was going to be tethered to Biden no matter what. That was a zero-sum game for her. But she thought that all these votes were for her. They were not. The votes that she got were people voting against Trump.
Donald Trump.
And
of course
it
was.
The votes that Trump got were the people voting for Trump. What the Harris campaign should have done, instead of avoiding Joe Rogan and podcasts, it turns out that Barron Trump, who looks like a runway model, was telling his father, you need to go on podcasts. You need to go on Joe Rogan. You know, he was 3 hours late to a rally because he was doing Joe Rogan because that was so important. So Barron Trump.
I got to tell you, Donald Trump did multiple podcasts. He was on Theo Von. He was on, I think he went on, did he go on Patrick David Bet? I don't know if he went on that one, but he did a bunch of podcasts, and a lot of podcasts that are popular with various males. So, Lady Boomer's here. Hi.
Come say goodbye to Kim.
Okay. We're gonna pause the show because I have to say goodbye to our house guest. I'll be right back. Please bear with me. Here's the Be Right Back. I don't even know if the Be Right Back music works. We'll see. I guess we'll find out. I'll be right back.
Yeah, she's good. I had.
Okay, I don't think there was any music, was there? I feel bad. All right, back to the show. Was there any music during that? I can't remember when I did that, if I put music on the Be Right Back. Anyway, so let's get back to this guy. He could have at least played some Hard Bastard. Jeez. Okay, I'm sorry. I could have just left it going too, but I didn't. Anyway, that's just not me. Here we go.
Is a lot smarter than everybody in the Harris. They said they didn't go on Joe Rogan. The progressives around her, you heard what Carville said. The progressives didn't want to go on Joe Rogan. Look, if I'm running, I'm going on Joe Rogan. I'm living on Fox. That's how you change minds. They played hide the ball. They lost badly. She should go away and never, ever come back. She spent almost $2 billion.
Wait a minute. We heard a lot of heavy breathing and some gravy pouring. I did not heat up any gravy while I was upstairs. Just a tiny bit of corn casserole. Well, I took a bite. Shh, shut up.
Dollars. They're raising money this week to pay off the debt.
And he ain't having it.
Campaign, you damn sure can't run the country.
All right, so he has spoken, and he's damn right. Now I'm just breathing heavy because I ran up the stairs and ran back down. All right, so there you go. That's why Barron Trump is trending, because John Morgan is pissed off about how the campaign spent money. Joe Rogan had no effect on the election. I'm not saying that not just Joe Rogan, but Donald's message went out in a lot of ways on multiple podcasts. It wasn't just Joe Rogan. I would say that his exposure and her lack of exposure, well, her lack of answering questions probably did more problems for her than anything else. But anyway, good morning, Selected Boys in the house.
Yeah, boy.
All right, moving on. That's why now Ivanka Trump too, not just Barron Trump, but another Trump is trending, and this is for a reason that is weird, and it also has the reason why the word algebra is trending. Because there's an account. Oh, not this one. This one, Ivanka Trump. There's an account called Ivanka Trump News that tweets, and it's not related to Ivanka Trump. But there was a lot of people who posted about one of these posts on the Ivanka Trump News account, and it was regard to this question that she posted, or the account posted. Can you name an invention made by a Muslim that changed the world? And a lot of people, well, first of all, by the way, it is not an account by Ivanka Trump. In fact, here it is. This account is not affiliated with Ivanka Trump. And so a lot of people are saying the university, algebra, soap, which your people know little of. Really? Who are your people? But again, this is not an account affiliated with Donald Trump or Ivanka Trump. Oh, this is funny. The phrase ignorant cunt is defined as a person who does not know that algebra was invented by a Muslim. Wow. They're a little salty about that. By the way, algebra existed before there was anyone who was a Muslim. Algebra existed long before Islam or Christianity. How can anyone pretend to be educated and not know that? So here is the facts. The origin of algebra can be traced back to ancient civilizations, including Babylon. The Babylonians are generally considered to have first used algebra, with evidence dating back to 1600 to 1600 BC. They developed a positional number system and algebraic operations to solve equations. The Plimpton 322 tablet created around this time displays Pythagorean triples and other advanced mathematics. Also in Egypt, the Rind, a mathematical papyrus invented by Ames around 1650 BC, is one of the earliest known examples of algebra. The Greeks made significant contributions to algebra, particularly through the work of Euclid and Diophantus. India, the Bakshali manuscript contains an example of calculating square roots and solving linear equations. And in China, the 9 chapters of the mathematical art compiled by Lu Huai presented advanced concepts over 1,500 years before Gauss. So, no, Muslims did not invent algebra because, Islam wasn't even until what, 700, year 700 or something like that? Or I don't even know, whenever. There was no such thing as Islam when algebra became a thing. So that is completely incorrect. But that is why she is trending. So, hello, fellow cis white. Oh, here we go. I love when people want to put some identity stuff on this. And of course, it's not Ivanka Trump's account anyway. Hello, fellow cis white woman. An invention made by a Muslim called Al-Khwarizmi that changed the world is algebra. Another invention made by a Muslim called Ibn al-Hakam that changed the world is a pinhole camera. Google is free. Well, you might want to actually look up the origins of algebra because no, it was not a Muslim who made that up. Anyway, that's why she's trending. Moving on. Also, I have no idea what this is. It's Socied Developer something .com. And I'm putting the link here just because of the couple of tweets in here. One, keep biological mail from women's bathroom in sport. Okay. I don't disagree. By the way, good morning, Cannibalistic Wizard. And again, what was the fourth wave? First wave feminism. We want to be equal to men. Second wave feminism. We don't need men. Third wave feminism. We are men. I don't know why that's there. But there was one, let's see, where was the one tweet that I liked that had something to do with this? Again, there's the Mar-a-Lago celebration of Thanksgiving with Donald Trump and Elon Musk. They're best buds now, it seems like. What is this? Okay, they built a fake house. They had to. This woman can't be that tall. Oh, she is that tall. She's 6'7". She's around a lot of short people in these videos, though. That's the other thing. Well, I don't know. It doesn't matter what this is. I can't remember why I actually put this in the topics today because it's clearly not in the first few tweets. So fuck it. Who cares? Moving on. It is Free for All Friday, by the way. And I got to do Friday Q&A real quick here. But I have a lot of great articles, too. In news, apparently over in Syria, in Aleppo, apparently total collapse of Assad's forces inside the city of Aleppo. The rebels inside the city of Aleppo do not meet any resistance. It seems that all senior officers of Assad's army, as well as soldiers, ran away. So there's apparently rebels have taken over the city of Aleppo again, or I have no idea. I haven't really been paying attention to the conflict in Syria. Someone here says, I hope the Syrian rebels capture Aleppo and then keep going until the butcher Bashar al-Assad is strung up on a lamppost. Fuck Assad, fuck Putin. Apparently some of the hostility, I mean, I don't know if Assad's probably an asshole too, but I'm sure that some of this hostility is related to the Russian thing, right? Someone here said, many accounts on here are cheering the recent advances of Syrian rebels towards Aleppo, not realizing that they are comprised of large numbers of Al-Qaeda members and that the city has a large Christian population as well. You don't have to be a fan of Assad or his regime to realize that these rebels pose a serious threat to a Christian community that is one of the oldest in the world, largely comprised of Eastern Orthodox and Eastern Rite Catholics. Pray for them and their safety. So that's the other concern with the takeover of Aleppo. May God protect the Christian native of Aleppo, home to Syria's largest Christian population. Al-Qaeda terrorists have launched a major offensive in the city, threatening the safety of its communities. So you're getting a little mixed view of the conflict there. So between that and then also Syria's trending because of that. Here it says Christians will be one of the main groups to suffer from the rebel advances in Syria. don't support Islamic terrorists just because Assad is evil. The alternative is worse. So it's an interesting message. There's a whole bunch of tweets regarding that. You can scroll through that in the links today. And then the final, back to Thanksgiving. If you didn't see it, by the way, I watched the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade for the first time in about, I don't know, 8-9 years. Just saw someone tweeting about it, and I started watching it because I heard about this. There were arrests of a bunch of anti-Israel protesters that were trying to block the Macy's Day Parade. They're parading straight into custody. Anti-Israel protesters tried to ruin the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade for the second year running Thursday, with cops quickly swarming to gobble up roughly 25 arrests. Do you get that? Gobble up. See what they did there? The firebrands entered the parade route at West 55th Street and 5th Avenue, stopping the Ronald McDonald balloon in its tracks around 9:25 a.m., police said, and drawing loud jeers from parade goers screaming at the killjoys to move. And then the photos show protesters sitting in the parade's path, with some unfurling a large banner that read, "Don't celebrate genocide." Oh, I see. There was a kind of a double meaning in that, I'm sure. So let's see. And then someone, "Get the hell out of here," a parade goer yelled amid the chorus of boos from the crowd, which seemed more interested in the Bluey's balloon arrival than the plight of the Palestinians in Gaza. NYPD officers quickly descended upon the group, who shouted "Free, free Palestine" as they were tackled to the ground and placed in handcuffs. Cops cuffed about 25 protesters without incident and hauled them away to face pending charges, police said, but the arrest appeared more violent than the NYPD's account. Now, there's another article in the Daily Caller. Again, "Get out of here. Police responded to pro-Palestinian Grinches shutting down the Thanksgiving Day Parade." Is there any new information? Here's some video of it. I believe this is of the arrest.
Free Palestine, motherfucker! This is America. I know who you are, dumbass.
Wait a minute. Did you see that? That was hilarious. So he's yelling in this guy's face, "Free Palestine!" This is America. Right here.
I just called you. What the fuck out of here? Say it again, faggot. I'm fucking gay, dumbass. Get out of here. I'm a literal faggot.
Hey.
Free Palestine, motherfucker.
Here it is.
Are you okay? Free Palestine, motherfucker. Free Palestine, motherfucker. This is America. I know who you are, dumbass. Get the fuck out of here. We're not celebrating generally, faggot. Get the fuck out of here. I just called you. What the fuck out of here? Say it again, faggot. I'm fucking gay, dumbass. Get out of here. I'm a literal faggot.
I'm sorry, that exchange, for some reason, is cracking me up. I have no idea. So anyway, all these assholes got arrested. Fuck them. That was a crazy exchange. Anyway, okay, that's it. Real quick, thank you, Cryptic. Cryptic dropping a 5 spot in the tip jar, and now you are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day on $5 Friday. Oh, he dropped a 6 in here, so there you go. I can't read. Cryptic says, "My retard cousin with a lispy queer voice is smarter than the Democrats." Okay, that's fan-fucking-tastic. Thank you, Cryptic. Appreciate the dough. It is $5 Friday. Everyone dropping $5 in the tip jar. Okay, so that was that. I have a bunch of other articles here, but apparently I am not going to get to them. So I'll go through some of the headlines. And so this whole thing, I don't understand some of these protests. Now, for example, here is an article in the Daily Caller. Jewish school bus reportedly boarded by unruly rock-throwing anti-Israeli teens. And where did this happen? A group of 10 teenagers allegedly attacked 2 school buses belonging to the Jewish Free School filled with students during a stop in London, England Thursday. The mob pelted the buses with rocks and trash before 4 of the teens allegedly boarded one of the buses, the Jewish Chronicle reported. You know what? The can of whoop ass that I might have to open if I caught one of these kids. I get it. You're protesting something that's happening in Israel. Why are you're attacking Jews around the world? I don't get it. And here in London, and London's kind of fucked up because London has become mostly Middle Eastern refugees and immigrants. Leaflets in London: every Zionist needs to leave Britain or be slaughtered. Really? Really, someone did that. What's happening in Britain today could all too easily happen here. And that's why every American should note the rising tide of anti-Semitism there, particularly its frankly and unapologetically menacing edge. GB News reported Wednesday that leaflets with the writing, "Every Zionist needs to leave Britain or be slaughtered," were found spread around the streets of Hendon, a predominantly Jewish neighborhood in North London. The message itself was bad enough, but the fact that it has gotten so little attention was a disquieting indication of how much anti-Semitism has already become normalized amidst the left's relentless propaganda campaign to isolate and demonize Israel after the Hamas massacre of 1,200 Israelis on October 7, 2023. Now, if any other group had been targeted with the threat to leave the country or face mass slaughter, the headlines would have been international and instant. But this hatred of Jews, not just Zionists, has become a dispiritingly common feature of the contemporary landscape. The German pastor Martin Niemöller's indelible Holocaust observation has been forgotten and it is worth recalling. 1, first they came for the socialists and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. And then they came for the Jews and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me and there was no one left to speak for me. So shit's fucked up. I'm just saying. I will take the Jews over the religion that says I'm old enough to count, old enough to mount. Ugh, yeah. Just like a woman throwing the Roman salute in New York last week, spouting anti-Semitism's slurs, was actually a member of the dirty little... What? Okay, GD, I'm not sure what... maybe I have to find out what the hell you're talking about there. Hello, K-Show, by the way. I'm curious. Real quick, Mr. Tyre Alexander dropped a small bullet in the tip jar. Who says, have these little shirts learned nothing from Just Stop Oil? Do they realize that interrupting everyone good time doesn't make you friends? You are pissing people off and making them support the other side just to spite you. Fuck these stupid little shits. You are spot on. You got spot on. So you're, I see, you're talking about a false flag. No, false flags are fucked up too. I don't like racism false flags. I don't like religious false flags. But I don't know that you even need the false flags with all the shit that's going on. Okay, so yeah, that one was if that one was a false flag, fuck that person for doing that. But I don't think the protesters in New York City were. I don't think the rock throwing kids at buses were. I don't think the leaflets of saying leave Britain or be slaughtered were. Especially in London. London's kind of gone. Has become a real tough edge to it right now. So I'm not saying that. I can't say that was probably a false flag. Other headlines. Now that the members of the possible incoming Trump administration received bomb threats and death threats last week, now apparently a bunch of Democrats, members of Congress, have also received bomb threats on Thanksgiving Day. Multiple Democratic members of the U.S. House of Representatives from Connecticut were targeted with bomb threats on Thanksgiving. The threats come a day after the Trump transition team announced that several of the President-elect Donald Trump's nominees received bomb threats. I got a big FTG for anyone who would do this towards anybody. Fuck these assholes who do it. I hope they get caught and are prosecuted to the full extent of the law. This shit's unnecessary. We're all Americans. Fuck off. Breitbart, Democratic pitches secession where New York and 3 more states would join Canada to resist Donald Trump. This is hilarious. So, the state lawmaker in New York calling for the coalition of Northeast states to secede from the Union and join Canada because President Donald Trump is returning to the White House. Now, part of this is over some of the immigration stuff. They've been arguing about how they're going to resist any of Donald Trump's administration's efforts to deport illegal immigrants. To which I say, well, gee, Democrats are talking about seceding the union because they want to keep their cheap labor. That seems to be a theme throughout the American history. So I'm just saying, what the actual F? Now, it's not going to happen. I'm pretty sure. Look, if this hoe wants to go to Canada, please go to Canada. But this shit's crazy. State Senator Liz Krueger, who's also floating a scheme to withhold upwards of $300 billion in federal taxes, defended her ideas in a conversation with Politico. So you can read about it, but FTG, another FTG, there you go. The Washington Free Beacon, and this is another one. This is some of these people who are academics. By the way, you know, they talk about people being uneducated in the United States. I'm going to read a lot about remember it talked about on Wednesday when Sharon Stone was talking about how Americans are so uneducated. Sharon Stone and anyone who says that, you all realize that American education is dominated by you assholes, the American left and Democrats and Democrat adjacent and all you motherfuckers. So if people in America are uneducated, that's your fucking fault. Conservatives have hardly anything to do with education. Maybe we should be sticking our noses in the door when people are talking about education and maybe fixing a few things, because you motherfuckers are the reason American education sucks. Anyway, the chief resident of Yale's psychiatry program, ahead of the holiday season, Amanda Calhoun appeared on MSNBC's The Readout to deliver a message to its liberal viewers. It's okay to cut off your conservative relatives. Bitch, like you think only the people on the left have money and invite their relatives over? She says, so if you're going into a situation where you have family members, where you have close friends who you know have voted in ways that are against you, Calhoun told Joy Reid earlier this month, it's completely fine not to be around those people and tell them why. I think you should very much be entitled to do so, and I think it may be essential for your mental health. Now, this is a Yale professor who came up with that run-on sentence. But anyway, I think there's a clip of it here. But here it is. She put this thread together. I love psychiatry. I love the art of interacting with patients to uncover their stories, which helps guide their care. And also, I abhor that psychiatry is rooted in anti-Black racism, and I push against that every day. It's okay to feel both. Okay, she's a Yale professor, a Yale chief resident of Yale's child psychiatry program. Says psychiatry is rooted in anti-Black racism. Okay. Other articles, you can read about it. Court, oh, by the way, this is also news. Court rules Biden administration was wrong to cut Texas razor wire on the border. That's interesting. The U.S. Court of Appeals of the Fifth Circuit ruled on Wednesday that the state of Texas can continue to build razor wire border barriers. The court also ruled that the Biden administration was wrong to cut the barriers put in place by the Texas National Guard under Governor Greg Abbott's Operation Lone Star. Interesting that they're upholding Texas law. They're allowed to uphold Texas law. Oh my goodness, that is a bombshell. You read more about it. PJ Media, Mark Zuckerberg went to Mar-a-Lago. or Mar-a-Lago. I always say Largo because I think of Key Largo, Florida. Yeah, at the broification of Americans' billionaires. Mark Zuckerberg probably needs to get in the good grace of the Trump administration, seeing that they may have made some illegal moves in the 2020 election. So I'm sure he's going there to kiss the ring. But the liberals are pissed off that he would dare go to visit the bad orange man. There's several other headlines, but I want to get to Friday Q&A. Some of this stuff is stuff we've already gone over, but they're headlines now. The University of Michigan's DEI program, which is apparently the most expensive one in the country. University of Michigan's University of Michigan's multi-million-dollar diversity, equity, and inclusion program may soon be dismantled. The University Board of Regents has reportedly asked the University of Michigan President Santa Ono to defund or restructure the DEI office amid growing criticisms and public pressures, according to emails shared on X. So there you go. You can discover the rest of these yourself. Let's go to Friday. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Friday Q&A. I like that epic music. Okay, first question on Friday Q&A comes from Avocados Diabli, who says, can we start now? Yeah, you're the one who put the buffer there. I just realized, too, that buffer only needs to be 2, maybe 3 lines tops. But if you like putting buffer, that's fine. You keep doing that. I appreciate you doing it. Okay, the real first question is, Avocados Diabli asks, whatever happened to crack babies? I find it hard to believe crackheads suddenly started having safe sex. No, they didn't start having safe sex. Over the years, new forms of crack have developed, and this particular crack now is baby safe crack. So now they don't. It only affects the user and not the baby. I don't know. I have no idea whatever happened to crack babies. We need to look that up and find out, though. Next question. Tyre Alexander the Scourge asks, if a zombie turkey attacks your Thanksgiving and is powered by all the turkeys you eat in your lifetime, how fucked are you? Well, let's see. We have hosted Thanksgiving in our home for at least 25 years in a row. We've hosted Thanksgiving because the last time we went to my mom's for Thanksgiving was about 25 years ago. And on average, we have roasted 2.3 turkeys every single one of those years, because several years we did 3 turkeys. We cooked 3 birds but otherwise 2 birds. So I'm pretty fucked if that happens. It's powered by all the turkeys you ate in your lifetime. Well, that's a lot. You only need about 10 turkeys to just fuck you up really bad, because they're very aggressive birds. And if 10 turkeys attack you, that's a lot of claws coming at your face. So yeah, I'd be fucked. Avocados Diabli asks, if you were tasked with writing the title track for a musical about 2 meth heads who became prostitutes to finance a trip to the National Tractor Pull Championships, how would the chorus go? Wait a minute. Now, did you catch all that? The title track for a musical about 2 meth heads who became prostitutes to finance the trip to the National Tractor Pull Championship. One turkey can fuck you up. Yeah, but if I have a very sharp axe, I could survive 1 turkey, maybe 5, because I'd be like fucking Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer. I'd be like chopping up some turkeys like a motherfucker. But if there are like more than 5 or so, they might fuck me up. The question to that, how would the chorus go? Let's see. Title track musical about two meth heads who became prostitutes to finance a trip to the National Treasure Vault. Well, how is it? Wait, the chorus of which song? Like the opening song or something in the middle, I'm doing tricks so I can make some tracks to the tractor pull, in fact, 'cause I'd like to stop whoring. There it is. I did it. Moving on. Oh wait, no. Who's next? Lord Stanhope. Oh wait. Oh, I see. I skipped. No. Oh, Tyre again. Another turkey question. Okay. Tyre Alexander has another turkey question. If you are attacked by a zombie turkey empowered by the souls of all the turkeys. Wait, you already asked me that. Oh, you did it twice. I see. You thought you only did it once, but then you did it twice. The title track, the music will be named. Oh, the name of the song. Okay. Well, that was close. That would still work. Lord Stanhope asks, if you do the makeup show, will you show us how to look 20 years younger in 6 easy steps? I mean, I don't know if I'd show you. I could probably maybe describe it. But I don't look 20 years younger though. Do I? I don't know. Yes, I'll try. I'll do my best. Remind me during the makeup show. Oh, I see. A makeup show. Oh, this took me a second. That's a dad joke. That's a makeup show. A makeup show. I got you. Okay. Lord Stanhope asks, is there anything from your feast you secretly threw in the trash when no one was looking? Secretly? No, I'm very public about what I throw in the trash, but I ate everything on my plate. Now, I'm sure that there were some things that people didn't finish because they took too much or but then they took some as leftovers in our little we'd bought leftover containers so people would take leftovers home. No, I did not. Avocado Stiabi asks, how did you cheat and get your name to appear before mine when I was clearly first in chat for about 10 seconds? Well, here's the thing. What had happened was when you go into your chat, you realize that sometimes there was something there first, but it doesn't necessarily register in your personal chat. So sometimes, I've realized that, especially when I do a pop-out chat or refresh the chat, it'll tell you who was actually first. You weren't 10 seconds before mine. You were a smidgen behind me because I own the stream and I put my name was in there first. Okay, let's see. Avocado Diabli asks, who sang the better version of Dream, A Little Dream of Me? I didn't know there were multiple versions. Give me a list and I can tell you. Put it in the regular chat. Hey, hello, Jethro Hetero. How you doing? Okay, Avocado Diabli, have you seen the winner of the BBC Women's Soccer Player of the Year? Have you seen the winner of the BBC Women's Soccer Player of the Year? Well, let's look that one up because I'm sure this is going to be interesting. BBC Women's Soccer Player of the Year. Is this going to be a man? This better not fucking be a man. Women Footballer of the Year 2024 year nominees announced. Oh, wait a minute. No! No! Fuck. I was kidding. BBC gives top women's football player award to player banned in gender controversy. They announced the leading women's football award has gone to a player who was banned amid a gender row in 2022. The shortlist for the Women's Footballer of the Year was announced last month with 5 players featuring following the selection of an expert panel, which included coaches, players, and non-BBC journalists. The winner was then decided by BBC readers, and it was Barbara Banda of Zambia and Orlando Pride, who received the most votes. Her win comes after she scored 4 goals for Zambia in the Paris Olympics to become the all-time African goal scorer in competition. Banned the second most expensive women's football in history, joined Orlando's Pride in the 2024 National Women's Soccer League. That's in the United States. In March, it scored 17 goals as they were crowned champions through the playoffs. Oh, the team. Banda beat Spain and Barcelona midfielder Antiana, whatever. That, I'm not convinced that is a woman. And the person was banned because of the gender controversy. Okay. AD, I'm hating you right now. I'm going to leave that link in the links today. Thank you. Oh, versions of Dream a Little Dream of Me. Hello. Congratulations, you played yourself. I think I have that one.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
It's Turd Ferguson. What? And it's shocking drinking yourself silly and waking up hungover. Okay, you guys are talking about something else. Okay. Thank you, AD. Lord Stanhope asks, are you thankful that Trump is our president? Well, he's not our president yet, but I am anticipating the inauguration. Speaking of which, P-Dog Night merch. Just a reminder that the Undisputed store is still open. As soon as it opens, where you can get the Unburdened merch January 20th, 2025. Unburdened by what has been. I am the original. So I'm sure somebody will copy it and sell millions of these, but I'm still going to put these on the website. This link will be in the links down. They're in the links today in the description and in the end of the chat of the day. All right, back to questions. But sure, I am. As much as I'm not like the full-on MAGA dude, but I absolutely voted for Donald Trump and have no moans about it. Much better candidate than the current the other candidate. And I think we need to get our shit in order to we just need to get our shit together. And I don't think Kamala Harris was prepared to do that. I think Donald Trump is. Question by Lord Stanhope. Have you ever thought of implementing a scientific experiments with 6 persons to determine how much you have to drink to be as smashed as Cammy in her video? Yeah, she was kind of shit-faced in that video. I haven't thought of doing that, but now you got me thinking about it. Avocados Diablo asks, if you woke up one day and discovered that you had superpowers, but that they came from a massive, infinitely repeating fractal worm in your gut, would you keep it? Well, and massively, infinitely repeating fractal worm in your gut. Well, I mean, would I have a choice if I discovered I had the superpower? I mean, what would I keep? How would I get rid of it? If it's an infinite, I don't know. That doesn't. The question's very difficult. Avocado Diablo asks, have you ever accidentally taken the brown acid and found yourself in a Baha'i temple with a naked midget body painted to look like a sewer shark giving a sermon? You know, Avocado Diablo, sometimes when you write these questions, they sound more like confessions. I'm just saying. No, I haven't. Avocado Diablo asks, have you ever... Oh, that's the brown acid one. Avocado Diablo asks, back when you were a gay porn star, what was your pseudonym? Meat McFluffin. Just saying. I mean, I don't know how you found that out. Lord Stanhope asks, why does no one address the issue that the people who hate Thanksgiving hate it because they've been disinvited from every gathering they've attended because they're dumbasses and very self-unaware? Let's see. Avocado Diablo asks, if you were going to build a spacecraft out of an old carnival ride, what ride would you use? Maybe a tilt-a-whirl. You know what a tilt-a-whirl is, right? Because at least the ride would be fun. The spacecraft, you'd be like, all that shit. Lord Stanhope, will you miss Cammie? No. Fuck no. Unfortunately, she's probably going to try to run it again in 28, but then again, Hillary Clinton might run in 28 at 80 years old. Look, she needs to be gone, and she'll be out in the first round anyway. Avocado Diablo, what type of flower pot makes the best hat? Oh, definitely those brown, like, clay pots. Those are the best. Lord Santa, what's for dinner? Lots of leftovers. Probably the next 3 or 4 days. It's gonna be leftover heaven. Selected Boy asks, if your team was down by 3 points and you have 40 seconds left to tie the game or score a touchdown, what would you do? Well, you'd try to advance the ball. Are you talking about the Dallas game yesterday? Or no, not the Dallas, the Chicago-Detroit game yesterday? Because I missed the end. I was so bad. Chicago was down by 3. They had the ball. They were going to try to get at least into field goal range to try to tie, but then they threw this Hail Mary, I think, at the end. With 40 seconds, you try to score a touchdown. But apparently they decided, I don't know, they got in the field position. I'd try to win the game. Avocado Diablo. For a musical about 2 meth heads who become prostitutes to finance a trip to SeaWorld, does Free the Willies sound like a winner? Yes. Avocado Diablo asks, a trip to SeaWorld for the last one. I knew what you meant. What did I rate? I read SeaWorld, didn't I? No, you said SeaWorld. Okay, that's good. Wow, there's not many questions today. Did I skip a bunch of questions? No, that's it. Well, this is going to end it anyway because I'm running out of time. No more questions. Okay, let's see. Lord Stanhope asks, have you ever done a drunk hungover stream? If so, are you now? Have I done a drunk stream? I don't think I have. I've drank during a stream, but never to get shit-faced. Hungover, I don't really get hangovers because I don't drink enough to get a hangover, I guess. It's at least not since. My last hangover might have been on my honeymoon trip to Mazatlan when I got really shit-faced drunk one night. I usually keep myself very composed. I don't drink too much, but there was one night I drank too much and I didn't end up anywhere weird. I was just in my hotel room, passed out, and my wife was making fun of me. But no, I have not done that. Maybe I should try it sometime. Avocado Diablo asks, did you see the rest of the drunk video Kamala released and not just the 24-second some odd second clip? It was even worse. No! Somebody send that to me on X. I did not see the entire clip. Avocado Diablo, have you ever had a dream where you were playing racquetball with a mango soaked in gasoline? What? No. As I don't have dreams about racquetball. Now the mango soaked in gasoline, maybe, but no, I wasn't playing racquetball with it. I was probably, I don't know. I was probably throwing them into fires. And finally, the last question of the day from Mr. Avocado Diablo on Friday Q&A. Avocado Diablo asks, is this the last question? Yes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for Friday Q&A. Y'all, we're going to do a special show tomorrow just to make up for the one I missed yesterday because I like to keep my fives, multiples of fives, on Friday, and I finally got it back to that, and it was I screwed it up before. So thank you for joining me today on the Morning Night Live. Expect a rare Saturday show tomorrow. Thank you to our sponsors, Cryptic and Tyre Alexander. And Cryptic, you are the Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Let me drop these links into the chat, and they'll be in the description too. Wait, what is this? Oh, yeah, I'll keep my mac and cheese on there. Got to do that. What is this? Oh, a couple of Breitbart articles. There's a couple extra articles in here too. And the P-Dog Night Unburdened store, where you can get your unburdened by what has been gear, which I really need to start promoting more. Anyway, here we go. Let me drop these links and get the hell out of Dodge. Thanks again. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's taking so long. I gotta get a new computer. Holy shit. Or just get new parts. And I can install the new parts and my computer will work faster. Okay, here's today's links. Today's links. And there we go. All right, that's it. I got to go. My name is P-Dog Night, and I am out of here. See you tomorrow on a Rare Saturday show. Bye-bye. Hey, this is P-Dog Night, and thank you for watching today on the P-Dog Night channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P-Dog Night, and I'm out of here.